Good morning. Good morning. Just wait to make sure everything is working before we begin. This is always where I take a drink. Great. Looks like we're working. We are working. So a bit of hip love. Continuing with the hip love, we're going to come and lie on our backs. I haven't been out of bed long. I'm just going to confess that. Good morning. Good morning. Helen, got lots of good mornings this morning. Hello, Laura. Hi, Maxine. And Helen, how nice. So, yeah, coming to lie on our backs. See, I've been up maybe half an hour. I confess that. Still feels good to lie down. So just take a moment. I would have the knees bent, the feet flat on the floor. Just bring the hands onto the front of the ribs. See if you can soften your hands and soften the ribs. And just take a moment, close the eyes just for a moment. Just feeling the ground beneath you and maybe the movement of your breath. Keeping it soft, just tuning in. And then just start to rock the head a little bit left to right. And then let the head still, and one by one we'll bring the knees in towards the chest. So you can hold the shins or back to the thighs. You can have the knees close together or wide apart. See what works for you. And just give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug, and then wherever you come to, a little rock side to side. Just releasing into the lower back. Might be nice, if it doesn't hurt your neck, just to lift the head and shoulders up towards the knees, point the toes up. Really don't strain the neck, draw the shoulders down, away from the ears. Push your back into the floor, and we'll release the head down. We're going to hug the right knee in, send the left leg out long on the floor. Push through the left heel. Try not to let the back arch up. Draw your back into the ground. Draw the back of the ribs into the ground and really squeeze that front leg in, this top leg. Give it a squeeze. Keep the toes pointing up. And then just keeping it there. Just see if you can lengthen into your right waist. Notice if everything's kind of scrunched up on the right side. Lengthen the right waist, but keep the back coming into the ground. Try and relax the shoulders down. Relax the jaw. Notice if you're gripping. Okay, and then soften. You're going to bring your left foot back to the floor. Cross your right ankle over the left, so this upside down number 4 shape. Toes are pointing up on the right foot. And then just bring your right hand into the thigh, just a very gentle rock into that thigh, even if you want to go for the big pose, if you know where I'm going. Just wait, it's going to do it a little bit differently today. Okay. We're going to try and keep that knee open. Notice if it's coming in. See if you can gently open the knee. And then we're going to bring the hands behind our head. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the head. Try and relax the shoulders down to the ground. And keep this thigh pushing away from you. Okay, grounding down through both hips, both butt cheeks. And we're going to pick up the head very, very slightly. And then move your upper body over to the right. So it's almost like you're bringing your right elbow to your right knee, but then lay your body down again. If that makes sense. So a little bit of a side stretch in. Keep that right thigh pulling away. Try and relax into the left side of the body. Get a nice stretch through the left ribs. Breathing into the left lung. And then we'll come back through center. Just lift the head up slightly, come back through center. Keep the legs in this shape, this upside down 4, but we're going to slide the left leg out long. So trying to keep your right ankle over the left thigh. Shouldn't be on the knee, just above the knee on the thigh. And again, try not to let that knee lift up, encouraging it down, but with kindness to yourself. And we're going to lift up the head again, but we're going to take it over to the left. So left, kind of reaching down towards the left hip, and then lay the upper body down. So the head, try and relax the arms down as much as possible. And now if you really bring a little bit of a deeper stretch into that right thigh, encouraging it down to the ground, just start to get a really lovely opening into the right side of the body. So find the stretch and then soften. Resist the urge to keep forcing the stretch. Wherever you've come to, see what you can soften. If your leg is up, that's fine. Just try and relax into the hip. Let's take a nice big breath. And then lift up the head and shoulders, bring it back, lower it down. Try and keep the legs crossed. We're going to slide the left foot in, back into this original state. Bring the hands down. And now either stay here or bring the legs in. Take a hold of the left thigh. So we're threading through, interlacing the hands behind the left thigh. Maybe you find the shin, see what works for you. Actually, don't take the shin, take the thigh if you brought them in. And if you've come in, you can use your right elbow into your thigh. Oof, it's a nice old stretch in the morning, isn't it? A little rock, even if your foot's on the floor, a little rock from side to side. And then if you have brought the legs in, we'll take the left foot up towards the ceiling and just take an ankle rotation. Don't force. If your foot's on the ground, just keep swaying. You're rotating the ankle one way and the other. And then a gentle point up to the ceiling through the toes, and then draw the toes towards your face, point up through the heel. And then release, bring it down. This top leg, hug it back in. And then we're going to hug the back of the thigh, just take the foot up. And try and encourage the thigh out towards the edge of your ribs, so towards your armpit. Okay, and then bring that foot down. Ooh. Bring the left leg in, slide the right leg out long. Squeezing in, try and bring the lower back into the floor, the ribs. Feel the weight in the back of your head. Relax the shoulders. Just softening into something there. Okay, and then bring your right foot to the floor, cross the left ankle over. Toes are pointing up. So gently push the thigh with the hand. Try and relax. Notice if everything starts to stick up. Draw the back into the ground. It really stretches into this big muscle from the back into the hip. Okay, we'll interlace the hands behind the head. We're going to bring left elbow, yes, left elbow towards the left knee. So we'll pick up the head, turn it around, and then lay the body down on the ground. Relax the body. And just see if you can weight down through your right hip. Keep this left hip opening up. Take a nice big breath into the side of your body. And then pick up the head, come back through center. Keep the cross of the legs, but slide the right leg out long. And then we're going to pick up the head, take it over to the right, and lay the head down. Oof. And then if you can bring a little bit of weight into that left knee. And then try and relax the hip, relax the butt cheek. Notice if you're clenching your bum. Notice if your ribs are flaring up to the ceiling, just draw them in slightly. Nice big breath. And come back through center. Slide the right foot back in, try and keep the legs crossed. We'll release the hands down. We'll bring a hand onto that thigh again. Maybe we rock here. Maybe we reach through, grab a hold of the right thigh. Oh, something just went. I had a little twinge there. I'm just not going to confess that. A little bit of a twinge. So always be mindful in yoga. I do so much yoga and I still get the odd little twinge. So we don't want to feel any pain. It's a little rock. And then if you want to take the right leg up towards the ceiling, just take some ankle circles. One way, on the other. It's all about softening and not forcing the shapes. We always want to do like the maximum pose. Notice if that's your inclination and you're here and you're all kind of scrunched up. If you're up there, you want to bring your foot down. Okay, so listen to your body. These shapes come with time as the body gets used to it. So point the toes up and draw the toes in towards your face. And then bring that foot down. Or hug the left foot in, left knee. Bring your hands behind the thigh. And see if you can draw your knee towards your armpit and maybe just lift the foot up so the thigh is as close to your body. Hugging it in. Okay, and then release. We'll bring both knees in towards the chest. Take some little hip circles. So take the knees in opposite directions. And then switch to the other way around. Okay, hug it in. Little rock from side to side. Lift the head up towards the knees, turn the toes out back where we started. Ooh, bring your head down, bring your feet down. And if you want to, if this is comfortable, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees come out. You can bring your fists underneath the tops of your thighs just to support the legs. If your body is shaking right now, bring your feet to the floor and turn your knees inwards. Okay, this will be our final position. So wherever you are, just close the eyes. See if you can soften your ribs down towards the ground. Just feel your breath. Soften your face, soften your shoulders, and really soften your hips, whichever way you've gone. Feel your breath. If your legs are in this diamond shape, bring the knees together. We'll all roll onto one side of the body and then gently push into the ground. Bring yourself up. Find a little seat. Ooh. Ooh. And if you're sitting cross-legged, see how the hips feel. So let's take the arms up overhead, big wriggle of the fingers. Bring the hands down to your heart, closing the eyes, a smile to your lips. Take something positive into the rest of your day. Bowing the head to the hands, the mind to the body. Namaste. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Morning, Barry. Hope that felt good in your hips. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Thank you.